Sarah Broome, Thrive Academy, Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
My name is Sarah Broome, and I'm the founder and executive director of Thrive Academy in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Thrive Academy is a statewide boarding school for the most at-risk kids in the state of Louisiana. We take students in grades 7 through 12, boys and girls, that for whatever reason, home might not be the best environment for them to learn in. During that time, they go to class, they have after-school lessons in cooking, they learn household responsibilities, everybody has chores, but they all live here on campus with us 5 days a week.
What makes us special is that we worked really hard to build a community between the residential and the school setting. So what that does, it fosters that kind of environment where the school and home are on the same page pretty much 100% of the time. I think that's so important for our kids.
I started teaching in 2008, and in my second year of teaching, a student at my school was killed in a fatal stabbing during a neighborhood fight. She's trying to protect her younger sister. When the girls came back to class a few weeks later, after their sister's funeral, they sat in math class every day, and I couldn't think anything other than math is just not the most important thing for you right now. I started thinking about what would be a great situation for them, what would be the most helpful thing for them. And I kept coming back to this idea of a residential model because all of the things I wanted to give them, a safe place to live, a safe place to sleep, access to a bathroom, good meals, just the feeling of security. All of that really needed a residential setting to be accomplished.
I see whenever as a teacher we pour into the kids Monday through Friday and we have them and they're good. And then they go home, and they're going home sometimes to environments that aren't conducive to what they need to thrive. So just the whole idea of they're here, but then they leave here and go into a place that is going to support and reinforce what we're giving them in the classroom.
We started with just 20 kids in 2012 at the old School for the Blind and the Deaf campus on Government Street. In 2016, we completed construction on dormitory and moved here with 100 kids. And then last year, in 2019, we finished construction on our academic center and now have 180 kids on campus. Our model really focuses on mental health, and we provide a lot of support for students that need that help.
The family life that we build here has been very good for kids to just overcome small obstacles that help them to make good decisions.
Every kid comes to us with their own individual issue, and those didn't form overnight, and so they're not going to be solved overnight. As time progresses, you really see this kid get to handle and deal with those issues and get to a really good place within themselves, which then lets them flourish. And then they become the version of themselves that they always had the potential to be. They just needed the support to get there.
I have seen several of our students, too many to name, who have come in angry with the world, and they leave better people, brighter representations of what we would like this world to become. And they are becoming that right before our eyes. They come in sometimes very frustrated with failure, not having been able to thrive in other settings, and then they come here and they thrive. Now, it takes work. It takes loving them through their unlovable moments. But at the end of it all, when we can see them graduate and then go off to college, it is amazing to see that because it gives them promise, it gives them options for a greater future, which they may not have had had they not come here.
What we're seeing with our graduation rate is that we are helping students to navigate the barriers, the obstacles that they would normally find at another school, so they'll be more successful with us in life. This year with our graduating class, we've had over an 80% graduation rate. What that means is that over 80% of the students who started with us in 9th grade graduated. Of those students who graduated, over half of them went to college, a 4-year university. The remainder went to either the workforce or the military.
This is not an easy decision for a parent. When to send your 7th grade child away to a boarding school, that's something you do out of love. But it's a big sacrifice for a parent, and it's a really hard decision to make. And so we're very fortunate that so many of our parents really trust us with their kids, not just their education, but their safety.
I absolutely love Sarah Broome. She saw a problem and she created a solution, but not just created it, she followed through with it.
She's okay with releasing us to do what we're best at so that we can create an environment that is safe and conducive for learning for our students.
She gives Thrive 100% of her time. And I honestly don't know if I could make that same decision. She has literally opened up her checkbook and written checks and did whatever she needed to do to say, hey, the staff is going to get paid.
I feel wonderful about the work we've done, but I also know there's so much more left to do. And I have never once stopped trying to do better and do more, and I don't think I ever will.